welcome to Vlogmas day 22. It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera. I have been filming declutters non-stop. I actually just officially finished my declutter series yesterday. If you guys want to catch up on all of my declutter videos, I got rid of about 50% of my makeup. It was a lot. My Vlogmas playlist will be linked down below, and today we're sticking with the decluttered theme, and I'm actually doing a full face of decluttered makeup. So I went through my boxes and boxes of decluttered product, curated a full face of makeup, and this will sort of be like the last time that I'm using these products before I say peace out to them. Now, hopefully I feel confident enough to actually declutter all of these by the end of this video. I don't plan on going back on my decluttered word, but we will see. So if you guys enjoy today's video, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much when you guys like and comment on my videos, so I really appreciate it when you guys take the time to do that. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and get started. There's a few products that I'm going to be using today that I'm feeling like on the fence about. Like, I confidently decluttered them, but then after like looking at them when I was searching for products to use in today's video, I was a little bit sad. I was like, but what if I do like that, or what if I do need it? So this is going to be an interesting video. I've never done something like this before. So we're gonna start with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Balm Blurring Balm Powder. I've used this a few times and I have not had a good experience with it. But every time I seem to open up my YouTube app, I see somebody talking about this product and how amazing it is. So we're gonna try it one last time. I'm using it as sort of like a primer. I originally bought it because I thought it would be like a good like tinted moisturizer replacement or something, but that's definitely not the case. So I am just applying this with my fingers because that's how it's recommended to be applied on the Sephora website. And I'm just gonna rub this in. I gotta say, when I'm putting this on, it feels dry, it feels grainy almost. It's a very odd texture. It doesn't really feel great on my skin. I've heard this is great for oily skin, which I do have like combo oily skin, so I feel like this should work for me. So far, this is the best that I've had the best experience I've had with this product, and I think it's because I just went in with my finger as opposed to scooping out a ton of product on my face. So far, I don't hate it, but I also don't know if I really get the hype. Next, we're gonna go in with the Good Apple Foundation from KVD. This is something that I bought because of TikTok. Who else bought this because of TikTok? This was like one of the first like absolutely viral makeup products that I recall like going viral on TikTok, and I think I used it once to try it out in a YouTube video, and then I never used it again. So I don't even know how I want to apply this. I hope the shade works for me. Oh, I feel like it will. I'm just gonna use my finger and put this around my face, and then I'm gonna use a sponge to blend it out and kind of see what happens. But I recall absolutely hating this when I used it the first time, so I don't have high expectations. But you never know. I haven't used this in quite some time. Okay, but like, why does that look so good? Why does it look so good? I remember I used these the Tatcha loose powder when I tried this the first time, and I absolutely hated that Tatcha powder, which hurts me to say because I love Tatcha, but something about their loose powder was just not it for me. I don't know. Anytime I used it, it made my makeup look terrible. So maybe it was the powder. Maybe I actually do love this foundation. Could you imagine? I just got off the phone with my mom, so sorry if the frame changed, but here's what my makeup is looking like. It's definitely sitting very heavy on my skin, which is what I remember of it from before. So I think I'm gonna be okay with decluttering it after having it so long and only using it once. So now I'm going in with this Laura Mercier concealer, which I have never had any issues with this concealer. This is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. I just have too many concealers, so I decided that I didn't need to keep every single one. So this is in the shade 1N. This looks like a pretty good like highlighty type shade for me. And the Good Apple Foundation I'm wearing in the shade Light 012. So again, I think this is actually a really nice concealer. It has a nice glowy finish. My foundation is already like settling into my forehead, which doesn't really happen too often with most of the foundations that I use, so that's interesting. But yeah, the concealer is great. I would recommend it. I think it's nice. I just have too many and I didn't need another one. Next, we're going in with powder, and I'm gonna be using the Fenty Lavender Powder. It's been a minute since I've used a lavender powder, so I'm gonna use this on my under eye area. I am going to use my sponge, I think, to get like the base of my powder there. I don't want to like bake or like pack on too much powder, but I have a feeling my makeup is gonna be really crazy today, so I feel like I might need a little bit of extra powder. Now I'm gonna take my F52 from the Blinged Brushes Ice Queen collection, and I'm just gonna take more of that powder and set the rest of my T-zone, right here and here. This powder, it smells good. Oh my gosh, I forgot what this powder smelled like. It's been so long since I used it. This is a really pretty brightening powder. The reason I decluttered it is because I already have a lavender powder from Jacksonville Cosmetics, so I didn't think that I needed to keep two, even though I do love Fenty and I love her Pro Filter powder. Yes, the Pro Filter powder. I think it's a fantastic formula. I just didn't need two lavender powders in my collection at the same time. And then I'm just taking the F51, which is the larger powder brush, and setting the rest of my face. For bronzer, I'm going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Coffee Bronzer. I recall loving this bronzer. I'm actually gonna go in with my F52 again. I recall loving this, and I just kind of like stopped using it for some reason. I don't know, I guess I probably just found something that I liked better, but this smells really, really good. I really like the color. It's a nice, I would say, matte to satin finish. I feel like it looks a little bit more matte on the skin. But even as I'm using it now, I feel like the color isn't quite what I look for. I feel like it's a little bit, I don't want to say green, but maybe just like a little bit more cool toned than I typically prefer in a bronzer. I feel like silly for calling this green. Now, obviously it's not green. I don't know. Just for some reason I'm getting a weird vibe from the shade on my skin tone. My makeup is looking absolutely terrible right now. What the heck? Well, we're not off to the best start. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I'm gonna be using the KVD Super Brow, 24-hour Super Brow in the shade Medium Brown. I'm just going to comb through my brows. My brows are pretty crazy at the moment. I really need to clean them up. And then I'm gonna go in with the E57, which is an angled brush from the Ice Queen collection from Blinged Brushes. I'm gonna get some product on my brush, wipe off the excess, and then we're just gonna kind of touch up the tails of my brows. I have quite a few of these potted brow products already, and this one is definitely on the older side. So for brow gel, the only clear brow gel that I decluttered was my Morphe clear brow gel, and it's just because I had duplicates and I didn't need to keep duplicates. So I'm gonna use the Gimme Brow because I didn't want to open up a new brow gel. I don't know. This is just what I chose. This is in the shade 4, and I don't normally use, oh boy. I don't use tinted brow gels too often, so this is gonna be interesting. I don't even know if I want to continue trying to use this. I feel like my brows are already like too tinted, so like I don't need them to be more tinted than they already are. Well, that didn't really do anything, but it's fine. Our brows are looking very dark and intense. So yeah, I'm happy with my decision to declutter that because it's just too dark. It's not something that I'm gonna use, and honestly I feel like I could declutter my other shade of this because I'm just a clear brow gel lover at heart. I don't really need a tinted brow gel. Maybe one, but if I have more than one, then that is not, it's unreasonable. For blush, I'm gonna be using this palette. Now this is something that I've kind of teetered back and forth about. Like I'm kind of regretting decluttering this. This is the Divine Blush and Glow Trio in Galactic Sun. So this is something that I think I might go back on what I said, which I don't do too often, but I think I might do that with this one. So I'm gonna take this middle shade here, which is Desert Orchid, and I'm gonna take this on an angled brush and put this on my cheeks. I don't know. I feel like I was a little bit rash and I was not thinking clearly when I said I wanted to declutter this because I really do love this, and I love this formula. I have a single of this blush formula and I love it so much, so I'm thinking I might actually keep this. So please don't hate me, I really don't do this very often. But I felt like I needed to use it one more time just to like confirm my love for it, and I can already tell that I absolutely love this blush. It has a beautiful sheen to it, which you can see. I love it. I love this formula, and I think that I'm gonna actually keep this, which again, don't hate me, but I'm not ready. I love this. This brings me joy and I don't want to get rid of it, so I am gonna keep that. For highlighter, I'm going in with this palette from Huda Beauty. This is the Light Glow Obsessions, and I don't know if there are multiple shades to this, but this is the one that I have. I feel like this is like the light one if I had to guess. I think I'm gonna go in with this bottom left shade here. I'm just gonna take it on my fan brush, dust off the excess, and apply this to my cheeks. Oh my gosh, look at how pretty that is. That is beautiful. I don't know why I didn't have like the best memory of using this for some reason. Like, I thought that I didn't really like it that much, but it is so pretty. For lips, I think I'm just gonna go in with this gloss from Buxom. This is in the shade Irish Coffee. So I'm just gonna put this on. I'm gonna do lips first, so that I can make sure that my eyeshadow like looks good with the rest of my look. And now for eyeshadow, this is the sad part. I decluttered the AMREZY palette, which I love this palette so much, but this thing is old and I used it a lot. I love this palette so much. I think it's so beautiful, but I just didn't need to keep it. And like I said, it is definitely on the older side. So I'm just going to kind of blend out the concealer and foundation that I have on my eyelids. I'm not gonna prime my eyes today, but I am gonna go in with a fluffy blending brush. This is the E52 from Blinged Brushes, and I don't even know what I wanna do. I think I'm gonna go with 1988, which is this deep matte brown shade. I'm just gonna go in with a tiny bit and start by putting that in my crease and just blending that out. I still have the little this thing on here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna also take that shade and just tap that in my outer corner as well. And then I think I'm gonna take the shade Cupcake, which is this really pretty sparkly purple shade, and I'm gonna put that on the center of my lid. This is such a beautiful shade. I'm obsessed with it. And then I'm gonna take the shade Liddy, which is this like really pretty like purple and kind of gold-ish glitter, and I'm gonna put that on the inner portion of my lid. I have lots and lots of fallout on my under eye area, so I'm gonna try to wipe that away with one of my brushes. Luckily, it's a glitter, so the little sparkles seem to be brushing away easily. So my camera battery died, but I am back and I went ahead and applied that same highlighter shade to my inner corner and brow bone. I'm getting glitter fall out literally everywhere. I also feel like super pale on camera. I don't know, I feel like my base makeup looks better in person than it does in the viewfinder, but I feel like it's not terrible, but definitely not loving my makeup today. For setting spray, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Hangover Peach setting spray. I've had this for a very long time, which is the reason that I decided to declutter it. So we're using old makeup today, but it's fine. It's part of the video. It still smells good, so that's good. I also love this formula of setting spray, like the Hangover and the peach one. I feel like it's the same thing, it just scented, but I love this formula. Definitely something that I would repurchase once I go through a few of the ones that I already have. And now to finish off the look, I'm just gonna go in with some mascara, and I don't think that I really decluttered any open mascara, so I'm just gonna use this one from Glamlight. This is not decluttered, I just didn't wanna open up a mascara before I declutter it because that just doesn't make sense to me. So this is what I'm going to use for mascara, and then I will be right back for my final thoughts on my full face of decluttered makeup. Alright guys, so here's the finished look. I think my makeup turned out okay. Definitely not my favorite. I feel pretty good about decluttering everything other than these two palettes. I love the way that my highlighter looks today, and I love this blush. I'm definitely going to keep this palette like I said, I don't do this too often, but I am gonna go back on what I said and keep the Pat McGrath palette because I love this blush color. It's so like natural and neutral, and the other shade in here is beautiful, and this highlighter formula is really nice as well. So I don't know what I was thinking when I said I was gonna declutter, because that was not true. And then this highlighter palette, I need you guys to tell me what you think. Should I declutter this? I'll do whatever you guys tell me to do. Either keep it or declutter it. I freaking love the way that it looks on my skin, and that's just one of the 4 shades in this palette. I don't know why I had the idea that I didn't like this, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. I know I don't need another highlighter palette, but like, I really feel like this looks so pretty on my skin, in person and on camera. So let me know your thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys being here with me during Vlogmas. I'll link the products that I used today down below. I don't know if you guys are interested in them. A few of them, like I said, I would recommend them, but some of them, most of them, I'm not interested in them anymore. So, you know, if you're interested, the links will be in the description box for you, assuming the products are still available. I know some of them were limited edition, but I feel like most of what I used is still available. So anyway, that is gonna be it for today's video. I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in Vlogmas day 23.